Are you an entrepreneur who feels you're constantly putting out fires, solving surface problems, and never quite stepping into the clarity you know real leaders walk with? You want to build something premium, something worthy of your calling, but your decisions feel reactive, rushed, or rooted in fear. You're tired of feeling you're hustling to hold things together instead of leading from a deep place of identity and conviction. Here is what I know from experience. When an entrepreneur begins making decisions from who they are becoming, not from the pressure of the moment, everything changes. That's where I come in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leavona. Welcome to the Leavona Show. I have been creating and building businesses for over 25 years. I am a mentor and sales coach for small and new business owners, and I'm here to help you win. If that sounds like something you would like more of, subscribe to this channel now so you can find me later when you need me. Now here's the truth. Most entrepreneurs try to fix problems by tweaking tactics instead of strengthening the identity behind the decision. I've seen this for decades. A strong leader doesn't ask, "What should I do?" They ask, "What kind of leader am I becoming that makes this level of decision normal for me?" And here's where most entrepreneurs miss the mark. They underestimate the weight of their own identity. They underestimate how much their inner stance determines their outer outcomes. After 25 years of building businesses, I know this. Your decisions rise or fall to the level of the person making them. This is the part nobody warns you about. You can have great skills and still make low-quality decisions if you're leading from anxiety instead of authority. But here's what will surprise you. Premium outcomes only become possible when you start seeing yourself as a premium leader. Not arrogant, not flashy, just anchored, decisive, present. You've felt this before. The difference between a choice made from fear and a choice made from conviction. One scatters your energy, the other anchors your future. And this is where everything can shift. Leadership identity is not built in dramatic moments. It's built in quiet, honorable decisions that nobody sees. The decision to keep your word even when it's inconvenient. The decision to slow down and think instead of reacting. The decision to price with honor, not fear. The decision to let God handle the outcomes while you steward the part that's in your hands. You are an entrepreneur. You were born for more than panic-driven choices. Let me tell you what I learned the hard way. Every time I made reactive decisions, I attracted reactive customers, reactive situations, and reactive problems. But when I started leading from identity, not urgency, the entire tone of my business shifted. Premium outcomes came because my decisions finally matched the future I was called to build. That's the real test. Can you become the kind of leader whose decisions naturally produce premium results? This is the empowerment piece. When you see yourself accurately, you lead accurately. When you stand in your values, you choose differently. And when you choose differently, your business grows with you. So here is the invitation today. Rise into the clarity that is already inside of you. Your future is shaped one choice at a time. And those choices must come from a leader who knows who they are. If this message has been helpful and it has encouraged you, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It will help spread this message to other aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, at this time, we will move into the freestyle portion of this video that I do each day. It's called the why factor. I believe it's important for us to remind ourselves why we do business. Let's be honest here. Things can get really hard at times for us entrepreneurs. There are times when we can downright question everything and really doubt ourselves and our mission. That is why we need to recall why we went into business in the first place. Listen, because life is precious, we have to cherish it. So let's take some time now to reflect on these things. Okay, my friends. It's Friday. I'm having a little cold issue, so bear with me, okay? I want to go over why we went into business in the first place. We went into business, and this is an overview for the week because we've been doing it now for 4 days. So we're going to go through this part quickly. All right? So, why did we go into business? We went into business because of freedom. You can say it with me if you want to. We went in for freedom because freedom allows us to think and to do things and not to have people push things down our throat that we don't agree with. We went in for freedom so that we can make decisions that we are comfortable with and we don't have to squirm in our beds at nights because my boss said to do this and I don't really like what I'm having to do. We went into business because we have gifts, or we have a special gift that was given to us, and we want to share that gift with the world. We went into business because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people out there who need serving. They need to be helped. They need to be treated with dignity and respect and not to be robbed. So if we have integrity, we want to be able to serve them truthfully from our hearts and not just look at the money. We have the thought as we go out that if we win, we have to stay with them until they win. We're not here to rob anybody. We're not here to take anything from them. If they do not win, we do not stop working with them until we see progress. Okay? Identity. I want to talk about identity today. I want you to know that identity basically is knowing who you are, right? Know who you are. That is your identity. All right? I just want you to remember that for me. You have to know your identity. To know your identity is to know who you are. And when you know who you are, it gives you confidence and authority. Okay? Now, this is something new that I'm throwing at you. I just abbreviated it quickly for you today. So let's do it again, okay? Your identity. Your identity is telling you who you are. Who am I? Right? When you know who you are, when you know exactly who you are, you can stand on the principles that make you the person that you are. You want people to know who is Jillian, who is Leavona, who am I? What are my characteristics? And then when you know who you are, because you know who you are, because you know what you would do and would not do, now the fact that you know those things gives you the confidence and the authority to lead out. Okay? All right. So why we went into business? Knowing our identity and how we are able to get confidence. Those are some nice little things to help you to stand firm with your back nice and strong. The next thing we want to do is to talk about life and how precious it is. I want you to be grateful as we come down to the end of this week. All of us are standing here, at least I hope so. If you're all standing here and you're in the chat, that you're here on the live, you can put a note in there saying, yes, Leah, we're still here. The week was good for all of us, because I do pray for you guys. All right. We're down to the bottom, and if we had no problems, no bones broken, everything is good, and we made it through the week. We're now looking forward to our weekend as we always do, and we want to relax on this one. I found myself being a little tired out there today, and because we are drivers, we have to be so careful. I started to feel like if I could lose control, in the sense that I could start falling asleep. In logistics business, we're driving for hours and hours. And if you don't have much on the back end, you can encounter problems. So for me today, I had to practice what I preached, because my husband and I pushed through the night working on some things to enhance our program. And I felt I was strong enough to, I had gotten the allotment of sleep, but I always like to try to get 4 hours before I step into my vehicle to start moving for the night. And unfortunately, at some point when I was halfway, like I told you, I run for 5 hours. And I think it was about the 3-hour mark that I started to feel, I don't like how I'm feeling. I'm coming to the end. I have 2 more hours to go, and I don't like how I'm feeling. And at that point, we have to take everything into consideration. I want to come home to my husband. I don't want for my twisted, broken body to be found somewhere. I want to be here for you guys. I have to be conscious not only of my love for my husband and my family and for you and what I have been called to do. I also have to think of if I'm not conscientious, and if I'm not careful, that if something were to happen to me, it could take an innocent life, right? So today saw me having to pull over and take a nap, a little half hour. I think I put the alarm for about 20 minutes, and then I felt fresh, and I got up and I finished what I had to do. All right. So it's been a pleasure working with you this week. It's been such a pleasure working with you this week. And so I just want to tell you that Thanksgiving is coming. Forgive me. I woke up today. I'm getting like a little sicky mama. It was cold out there today, and I guess I didn't have enough layers, but I'm having a little something with my nose, so bear with me, all right? Just love me. Don't criticize me. Just love on me. I'm human. So as we come into the end now, right? We cherish life. I had to practice what I preached, like I said last night. And I had to take care of myself as I projected my love for my husband. Yes, the customers know that I'm always there. And if I show up late today, sometimes, like I said, you put the stuff down on their porch and they don't even notice you came. They're busy sleeping, So if I show up late today, forgive me, please. I had to take care of myself. All right. So yeah, I'm blocked up here. As we go in, we are very close to Thanksgiving, and I would love to know what you guys are doing in your kitchens, and the excitement of what's going on, the cooking and the baking. I listen to my radio station when I'm out there, and they're talking about all these desserts and all these different desserts, and I'm like, stop already. Stop it. Come on now. Don't fill up my stomach before the day comes. But yes, Thanksgiving is so cool. And, years ago, I really I have a gift of cooking like my mom. And I used to be the cook in my family for years and years. And I tell you guys, oh, how I have cooked. I have cooked so many dishes. Thanksgiving would find me. I catered for years and years and years. And they would come and I would sit there and the bottom of my feet would be burning, literally burning from standing for hours. Now, don't let me tell you about Christmas. I would cook and cook and cook, pepper pot, homemade bread, all these different things, black cake, sponge cake. Everybody filed in. They don't even have to bring dishes. I took care of everything, because somehow people did not learn what mommy knew. It was all on me, boy. And they would come and they would be at the table, and next thing you know, I fall asleep. I fall asleep at the table. Or I have to excuse myself or go inside and lie down on the bed for half an hour or an hour because I was spent. But yeah, different times now. Now I look for a nice little cozy place where I can just cozy up and bring a platter. One little platter. How sweet that is. I don't have to do all of that work. So if you guys are churning, or if you're the person who does it all, and sometimes a little pride goes in there making you feel, well, nobody can cook it like my mama. And you don't want to let anybody in. As you get older, you better start releasing some of those dishes, or else you're going to end up like me on the bed, sleeping while your family's just going down on they're going down on the food, but you can't even be there, right? So put something in the comment and let me know what you guys are planning to do for the holidays. All right? So it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I see you on Monday. I hurry back to you on Monday by God's grace. No sleeping on the road. So my husband has to show his moolah up here and say, oh, something happened to her. She's in the hospital. I'm going into Thanksgiving. I have stuff my belly. Ooh, I have me some fun. I hope you have fun too. Okay, guys? Been a pleasure talking to you. I'm not going to bother today to go through the, mental health and all of that stuff. We're going to do that next week. All right? I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm going to end it off here. I see you on Monday. Have a smashing weekend. Not smashing as in getting drunk. Don't drive if you're sleepy. Don't drive if you're drunk. And you shouldn't be drunk anyway driving. So please cherish your life. All right? Know the difference. And we'll meet back here again on Monday at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Ooh, 8 p.m. Be there or be square. God bless you guys. Good night.